answering those questions, there are many more that has now come up following the arrest of Sheikh Shahjahan. What was the VVIP treatment that was given to Mafia Don Sheikh Shahjahan when he was produced before Busherhat court? And the fact of the matter is that why non-bailable sections despite the kind of allegations that were leveled against Sheikh Shahjahan? The Enforcement Directorate is also worried. They believe that in the custody of West Bengal Police, there is a possibility that they could tamper with the evidence. All this and much more on this edition of This Is Exclusive. But up first, these are the headlines we are tracking for you at this hour. After more than 50 days of being on the run, Mamata-backed Mafia Don Shajahan arrested and sent to custody. But Mamata's cosmetic action continues. Trinamool Congress refuses to expel Mafia Don. Shajahan leaves the door open for return. Team Republic Bangla gets a rousing welcome in Sandeshkhali as women celebrate Shahjahan's arrest. Hectic parleys in Shimla as the Sukhu-led Congress government continues to firefight the mega rebellion. Second-year student found dead in hostel under mysterious circumstances. Family claim PFI link. Tata court acquits the main accused in 1993 Mumbai blast Abdul Karim Tunda due to lack of evidence. The unrelenting fight of over 20 days has finally borne fruit. On the run, Mafia Don Shahjahan has finally been arrested and sent to custody, even as the political face-off rages on, even as the Enforcement Directorate versus State Police intensifies, even as Mamata refuses to initiate any real action against the Mafia Don. For now, mega celebrations have erupted in Sandeshkhali. And that's also because of the relentless, fearless coverage that was done by scores of reporters of Republic Bangla. Take a look at this report.
Colors and garlands, and an euphoric dance. These were the scenes in Sandeshkhali. Republic Bangla's team received a rousing welcome after Mafia Don Sheikh Shahjahan's arrest. For over 20 days, the women of Sandeshkhali have been leading a relentless fight for justice. For over 20 days, Republic has been relentlessly leading the coverage. And while Mamata government's velvet glove approach continues,
the All India Trinamool Congress have decided to suspend Sheikh Shahjahan from the party for 6 years.
the BJP has demanded CBI investigation.
They will go in the hiding because of the fear of being nabbed by ED, CBI or any other central agency. And so what we have seen today is born out of compulsion and not out of choice. This is not in the process of justice being delivered. This is Mamata Banerjee with no other option.
बंगाल की बेटियां सुरक्षित नहीं हैं। अपराधियों पर कार्रवाई में देरी होती है। अपराधियों को बचाया जाता है। अब तक कौन अपराधी को बचा रहा था, इसकी भी जांच होनी चाहिए।
Even the left has come down heavily on the Mamata government.
We demanded the arrest of all culprits, and we also pointed out no culprit should be allowed to go scot-free. and they must be arrested. After some delay, finally some people have been arrested and law must take its course. Law must take its course. Having said that,
it is better late than never. He is one of the known criminal in West Bengal and long-standing criminal. You know the area, Sandeshkhali, this 9 island around Sundarban and 1 block, isolated from the mainland.
Seeking urgent hearing, the ED has raised evidence tampering charge. While all eyes are now on the Calcutta High Court hearing tomorrow. For now, the women of Sandeshkhali are celebrating. After all, it is the power of their voice that has landed Mafia Don behind the bars. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, moving on to news coming in from Kerala, where a second-year student, Siddharth in Pukur, was found hanging in the hostel under suspicious circumstances. The family has alleged that he was tortured to death by the Student Federation of India members and expressed apprehension that the probe could be sabotaged because of political intervention. Here's a detailed report, and then we also go across to Siddharth's father, who's going to join us in a short while from now.
In a tragic turn of events, Siddharth, a second-year student at College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences Pukode in Wayanad, took his life inside the campus. The incident was under wraps for 10 days. However, it has now spilled a harrowing account of mob assault within the campus. Siddharth's post-mortem report revealed extensive injuries consistent with physical abuse. Out of the 18 accused, 6 have been arrested so far, while 12 are on the run. Sources suggest that SFI was involved in the incident, with the Left Student Union president absconding. Meanwhile, Siddharth's parents and friends allege that he did not commit suicide, but was rather ragged, tortured and murdered.
രാവിലെ പത്രവാർത്ത കണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ പത്രവാർത്ത കണ്ടിട്ട് ഒരു 6 പേരെ അറസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. കൽപ്പറ്റ DSP സാറ് സജീവ് സാർ അറസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തു. 6 പേരെ അറസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് കണ്ടു. ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് നോക്കി 6 പേര്, ഈ 12 പേരെ സസ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്തെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അതിലുള്ള ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ എന്ന് നോക്കിയപ്പോൾ അതിലുള്ള ആരും ഇതിലില്ല, ഈ 6 പേരിലില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഈ 6 പേര് ഉൾപ്പെട്ട് കാണും, ഒരുപാട് പേരുണ്ടെന്ന് മുമ്പ് പറഞ്ഞു. അതിലുള്ളതായിരിക്കണം ഇത്. പക്ഷേ ഈ 12 പേരിലാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനികളായിട്ടുള്ള 12 പേരിലാണ് ഉള്ളത്.
As Siddharth's family seeks justice and accountability, the unfolding tragedy has cast a stark light on the pervasive issue of campus violence, raising urgent questions about student safety, protection against ragging, and institutional responsibility. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Well, joining us on this broadcast is Siddharth's father, Mr. T. Jayaprakash, and also my colleague Ashwin is joining us from Thiruvananthapuram. Mr. T. Jayaprakash, thank you very much for taking out the time and joining us on this broadcast as we also raise the voice against those culprits who are still absconding. You believe that SFI members were behind the death of your son. Could you take us through some of the details that you've picked up despite the kind of complaints that have been raised in the past? It appears that justice hasn't been provided as yet.
Yes, 100% I believe this is SFI student, SFI leaders in that college, and because of the ragging, brutal ragging, and they killed my son. I believe, and we have so many evidence, so many proof This SFI union and SFI leaders, not only SFI workers, SFI union and SFI their leaders, they are doing this murder. This is not a hanging, not a suicide. This brutal murder. About 3 days, they are arrested in their home, their his room, his room, and his roommates also his classmates and their seniors. They are all SFI leaders, SFI workers and SFI leaders. They are doing like this brutal murder because of the ragging. We have some evidence, no, not only some evidence, we have proof. But still investigation going on, so that I cannot give the full details, what is the proof, what is the evidence. But we have investigation going on. 12 people is first time is suspended as per the act of anti-ragging act. But only one people is arrested about that 12 people. Other 6 people arrested yesterday, that is other people. We don't know which people. But other 11 people is SFI leaders and workers are still there hide in their, maybe their office, their leaders' room, their party office, we don't know. But still they are in hide. They are protected in their left team, their political team. I know. Still I know. I believe like that.
Jayaprakash, your son was found in the washroom of the hostel on February 18th. It's almost been over 10 days. This incident came to media light only yesterday. Do you see that you are happy with the way the police has taken up this matter? Are you happy with the report that has been given by the college administration? Do you think there are lapses on the part of the police investigation as well as the college administration?
No, I am not happy about the college administration, their behavior. College administration still is there, hide so many things. I am not happy about the college administration. Still, investigation going on. Just I believe about the investigation from the police. Just believe investigation of the police. I am not. I didn't say this is not going the wrong way. I didn't say. But from the college administration, this is very, very bad behavior from the college administration. I know, I am very, very, very clear. I heard very clear. This is not a hanging. It's not a suicide. She cannot be doing like that. That also the ventilation. This bathroom ventilation. It's not possible bathroom ventilation hanging. Also, his postmortem report. I think you got the postmortem report. If you need, you can check the postmortem report. So many injuries, so many interior injury, and the stomach also, and head. So many injuries. That's a brutal matter. We know this is a brutal matter. Still I believe our investigation team, they are going like this. I know. But I didn't believe the college administration. They are hide so many things over the college administration. They know. The dean knows everything. College principal means the dean knows everything. Everything he knows. But he hide everything. I know he hide everything. He didn't give any information or any cooperation. He didn't do any cooperation.
Mr. Jayaprakash, one final question that I would like to take from you. Do you suspect that there is some sort of a political backing? Because you're clearly talking about that there is an SFI link. And secondly, when was the last that you spoke to your son? What did he have to say?
Sorry, second question.
When was the last that you spoke to your son and what did he say?
Last time he didn't say to me. He always said to my wife, because I am working outside abroad. I am in abroad. He's always working in. Well, he's always speaking his mother. His last time he spoke about 18th, this murder day, 18th day, about 12 o'clock, midtime. Midtime means daytime. Daytime about 12 o'clock he spoke with the mother. But he can't say anything. He is abnormal speak. Okay, I will call back. I will call after. Like this only talking. He didn't say any detail. Normally he will say about 1 hour to, he will talk 1 hour to his mother. But about 4 days, he can't say anything. Only say, okay, mom, I will go. Okay, mom, I will go bed. Like this. That's the only thing. Also, other thing, I am sure this all culprits, they're keeping this political support. Political support means SFI is the only one unit, that they're calling. If any other unit came in college, they will kill them. I know. my son before he informed me, just joke type informed me. If any other political team is come in the college, they will kill them. So other political team is not there. So SFI, this SFI leaders, the high leaders doing like this. Every old leaders are keeping out there. Maybe there are no leaders home. Otherwise, there are no office like this. We have evidence, some evidence also, some proof also. Unfortunately, I can't give the details to them because investigation going on. Investigation officer also tell us don't give any other report to other medias or channel like this. So I cannot give where is he? I cannot give to public any medias or channel. Sorry, that's why I didn't say. But I am 100% sure they are secure. Full support give to their LDF, maybe their political party, SFI political party.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. T. Jayaprakash, for joining us on this broadcast. A quick question from you, Ashwin, before I let you go, is with regards to the current situation in terms of the investigation. You're saying that few arrests have been made, but what's the SFI link that has emerged? What is it that the police has to say on this entire matter?
The police has said there are 18 accused in this case. 6 of them have been arrested. Later also, we heard 2 more have been arrested. But the 12 people who have been suspended by the anti-ragging squad, they are the main culprits. They are still at large. They have not been caught. It includes the SFI chairman, the president, the secretary, the unit secretary, and other members. In fact, the entire college, there is no other union other than the SFI. There is no KSU, there is no ABVP, no other union is allowed to function over there. So everybody who's linked with this, Shavan, the incident happened. He has been beaten for almost 3 days over a Valentine's Day celebration. He was in fact called back by one of his friends to come back to the campus, and then he was tortured, allegedly tortured for 3 days, and that is when on February 18th he lost his life. The investigation is going on, but the link of SFI is very clear. The main accused, the people who are absconding, are all members of the SFI. The SFI, in fact, has stated that they have suspended those people who are involved from the union. But there seems to be no trace of these people who have been accused of this crime. Kavan.
Well, thank you very much, Ashwin, for getting us the latest details, a story that we'll be tracking very closely as the family members are hoping that justice will be meted out soon. Shifting focus now to the other story that we have been tracking very closely. The main accused in Mumbai's 1993 serial blast case, Abdul Karim Tunda, was acquitted by the Tata court in Ajmer. 81-year-old accused in the case was found not to be guilty in the case because of lack of evidence. Apart from Tunda, 2 other accused, Irfan and Hamiduddin, were sentenced to life imprisonment by the Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Act court. Now, after its investigation, the Central Board of Investigation failed to present any strong evidence against Abdul Karim Tunda. Referring to Advocate Shafkat Sultani of Tunda, who spoke just a short while back. In fact, this raises questions about whether at all the agencies have essentially failed in providing enough evidence against Abdul Karim Tunda. Listen in to what the lawyer had to say.
निर्णय बहुत बड़ा है, अभी देखकर अब बताया जाएगा कि उसमें क्या प्रक्रिया रही। बाकी 2 हमीरुद्दीन और इरफान को आजीवन कारावास हुआ है। टाडा एक्ट और आईपीसी की धाराओं सहित सभी में इनको सजा हुई है और ये प्रोसिक्यूशन की जीत है। इन दोनों को एलआई होना, तो सीरियम बम ब्लास्ट जो देश का सबसे बड़ा बम ब्लास्ट था, जिसमें कई प्रसिद्ध ट्रेनों के अंदर और बम ब्लास्ट किया गया था, तो इन बम ब्लास्ट के आरोपियों को दोनों को एलआई हुआ है। अब्दुल करीम टुंडा को बरी किया गया है और निर्णय देखने के बाद पता चलेगा कि क्या व्यवस्था रही।
क्या मानता
बिल्कुल
और उसके बावजूद वो बरी हुआ है।
न्यायालय का फैसला है, अब पढ़े बाद ही पता चलेगा क्या पोजीशन रही है। वो कोई मुद्दा नहीं रहा, वो नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं रहा है। पैरवी वो दोनों तरफ से बहुत जोरदार हुई, राज्य सरकार और सीबीआई दोनों की तरफ से जोरदार पैरवी हुई और इनको एलआई होना इसका सबूत है, दोनों को एलआई होना इसका सबूत है। और अब न्यायालय ने जो निर्णय दिया वो एक बार देखे बाद आपको बता पाएंगे क्या पोजीशन रही होगी।
आपका नाम बताएं।
ब्रजेश कुमार पांडे, विशिष्ट लोक अभियोजक, टाटा।
Joining us on this broadcast is my colleague Amar Sharma, who's joining us from Jaipur, tracking the story very closely. Amar, कोर्ट का क्या कहना था? लैक ऑफ एविडेंस जब ये कहा जा रहा है तो सवाल ये उठता है कि आखिरकार सीबीआई की क्या चूक हुई है इस पूरे मामले को लेकर?
देखिए, साक्ष्यों के आधार को अगर देखा जाए तो कहीं ना कहीं सीबीआई और जांच एजेंसियां जो उस वक्त थी, उन्होंने अब्दुल करीम टुंडा पर जो आरोप लगे थे, जिसको लेकर के उसको सजा मिली थी, उस में कहीं ना कहीं बम बनाने को लेकर के जो अब्दुल करीम टुंडा ने बम कहाँ बनाया, अब्दुल करीम टुंडा ने खुद बम बनाना कहाँ से सीखा था, अब्दुल करीम टुंडा ने बम किसको और कहाँ से और लोगों को बम बनाना सिखाया था, इन तरीके की जो साक्ष्य थे वो साक्ष्य जुटाने में नाकामयाब रही। और एक लंबा वक्त जब बीत गया तो उसके बाद में कहीं ना कहीं जो चीज आनी चाहिए थी, सबूतों के सबूत जो आने चाहिए थे सामने, वो नहीं आ पाए। और जब सबूत नहीं आ पाए तो इसी वजह से अब अब्दुल करीम टुंडा को जो है वो बरी किया गया है। इसके अलावा इरफान और हमीरुद्दीन जो है वो दोनों को भी सिर्फ और सिर्फ बयानों के आधार पर दोषी माना है। यानी कि अगर वो बयान नहीं होते तो शायद वो चीज भी क्लियर नहीं हो पाती। अगर वो बयान वो नहीं देते तो शायद उन्हें भी आरोपी नहीं माना जाता। तो कहीं ना कहीं जांच एजेंसियां जो थी, उन्होंने जांच के अभाव में इस चीज को एक नॉर्मल तरीके से लिया, जिसकी वजह से आज अब्दुल करीम टुंडा जो है वो बरी हुआ है।
Well, thank you very much, Amar Sharma, for getting us the latest details. Questions essentially being raised whether at all there have been any shortcomings on the part of the Central Bureau of Investigation. That's all that we could pack in this edition of This is Exclusive. On the other side, news and updates continue. Hectic rallies in Shimla as Sukhu-led Congress government continues to firefight the mega rebellion.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
We cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. India is exercising its right of reply in response to references to India during the high-level segment. With regard to the extensive references to India made by Pakistan, we note that it is deeply unfortunate for the Council's platform to have once again been misused to make patently false allegations against India. We are constrained to respond, but as we don't wish to similarly waste the Council's time, we will make only 3 points. 1. The entire Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are an integral an inalienable part of India, and the constitutional measures taken by the Government of India to ensure socio-economic development and good governance in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir are matters internal to India. Pakistan has no locus standi to pronounce on matters that are internal to India. 2. A country that has institutionalized the systemic persecution of its own minorities and has a truly abysmal human rights record, commenting on India, which is demonstrably making great strides in achieving economic progress and social justice, is not merely ironical but perverse. A glaring example was large-scale brutality perpetrated against minority Christian community in Jallianwala in Pakistan in August 2023, when 19 churches were gutted and 89 Christian houses burnt down. 3. A country that hosts and even celebrates UNSC-sanctioned terrorists, commenting on India, whose pluralistic ethos and democratic credentials are exemplars for the world, is a contrast for everyone to see. Mr. President, I'll conclude by only emphasizing that we cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. The red of the bloodshed from the terrorism it sponsors around the world, the red of its debt-riddled national balance sheets, and the red of the shame its own people feel for their government having failed to serve their actual interests. We regret the comment made by Turkey on a matter that is an internal affair of India and hope that it would refrain from making unsolicited comments on our internal matters in future.
After more than 50 days of being on the run, Mamata-backed mafia don Shajahan is arrested and sent to custody. But Mamata's cosmetic action continues. TMC refuses to expel mafia don Shajahan, leaves the door open for return. Team Republic Bangla gets a rousing welcome in Sandeshkhali as women celebrate Shahjahan's arrest. Hectic parleys in Shimla as Sukhu-led Congress government continues to firefight the mega rebellion. Himachal politics rages on. Rebel Congress MLAs move the High Court over expulsion decision. Punjab and Haryana High Court comes down heavily on rape of convict. Ram Rahim says no parole without permission. Very good evening, viewers. I'm Rakta Mishra with you this Thursday evening, and we start with a top focus at this hour. The Trinamool Congress leader and the dawn of Sandeshkhali, Sheikh Shahjahan, the main accused, has been arrested. And Shahjahan was arrested around midnight in the North 24 Parganas district by a Special Bengal Police team. He had been on the run for 55 days, has now been sent to 10-day police custody, Mamata Police's custody. Meanwhile, Sandeshkhali welcomed Republic Bangla team and celebrated along with them with colours, with flowers, and with applause. Take a look. And the arrest comes 3 days after the Calcutta High Court Chief Justice had ordered to add Sheikh Shahjahan to the Sandeshkhali's his name to the case, and the BJP, however, has said that Shahjahan must be handed over to the central agencies. Take a listen to the reactions that have come in.
अचानक शाहजहां शेख की गिरफ्तारी हो गई। अब यह सोचने वाली बात है कि जैसे ही कोर्ट ने ईडी के मामले में गिरफ्तारी का प्रिवेंशन हटाया गया, पहली बात, संदेशखाली के विषय पर महिलाओं के अत्याचार की कोई भी धारा, बलात्कार या बलात्कार के लिए प्रेरित करने की कोई भी धारा नहीं लगाई गई है। दूसरी बात, यह भी बहुत साफ हो गया कि जो पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार स्टैंड ले रही थी कि गिरफ्तारी पर रोक है, उसका संदेशखाली के गुनाहों से कोई लेना देना नहीं था। तीसरी बात, उन्होंने जो ईडी के विषय के ऊपर गिरफ्तारी की रोक हटने के बाद गिरफ्तार किया, तो मैं बहुत साफ पूछना चाहता हूं कि यदि आपने ईडी के विषय पर गिरफ्तार किया है तो पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार उन्हें ईडी को क्यों नहीं सौंप दे रही है? मतलब बहुत साफ है कि अभी तक इस बात को पूरे संदेह के साथ कहा जा सकता है, बल्कि पुख्ता संदेह के साथ कहा जा सकता है कि शाहजहां शेख महफूज ठिकाने पर ममता सरकार की दामने रहमत में कहीं पर महफूज था, और अब उसे दोबारा हिफाजत देने के लिए, ताकि वह ईडी और सीबीआई के द्वारा गिरफ्तार न किया जा सके, वो पश्चिम बंगाल पुलिस की मेहमान नवाजी में चला गया है। यह मैं मेहमान नवाजी शब्द इसलिए प्रयोग कर रहा हूं, यदि आप लोगों ने तथाकथित गिरफ्तारी के समय उसकी भाव भंगिमा देखी हो, उसके चेहरे के भाव और बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखी हो, और पुलिस वालों की बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखी हो, क्या आपको लगता है कि जो कुछ बॉडी लैंग्वेज थी शाहजहां शेख की वो किसी गुनहगार की थी या किसी अदाकार की लग रही थी? जिस स्टाइल से वो चल रहा है और जिस ढंग से पुलिस वाले उसके पीछे चल रहे हैं, तो ऐसा प्रतीत होता है कि जैसे पुराने जमाने में कहा जाता था ना कि बा अदब बा मुलायजा होशियार शाहजहां साहब जलवा अफरोज हो रहे हैं। कहीं से नहीं लग रहा था कि बेबसी जरा भी उसके चेहरे पे है, खौफ जरा भी उसके चेहरे पे है, गिरफ्तारी का कोई भाव उसके चेहरे पे है। ऐसा लग रहा था कि वो बाकायदा जलवा अफरोज हो रहे हैं।
ममता शासन में जंगल राज चरम पर है। अपराधियों को संरक्षण और अपराधियों का खुलेआम घूमना आम बात है। बंगाल की बेटियां सुरक्षित नहीं हैं। अपराधियों पर कार्रवाई में देरी होती है। अपराधियों को बचाया जाता है। अब तक कौन अपराधी को बचा रहा था, इसकी भी जांच होनी चाहिए।
सिर्फ अपराधियों की जो अरेस्ट हुआ है उसमें देरी का ही नहीं, एक संगीन आरोप ये भी था कि 5 जनवरी को जब रेड हुई थी तो बंगाल के ही जो ऑफिसर्स हैं, ईडी की टीम आई थी, उसको असॉल्ट किया गया, उनके साथ मारपीट हुई।
मैंने यही कहा, जांच होनी चाहिए कि कौन बचा रहा था, क्यों बचा रहा था, किसके कहने पे रक्षकों को रोका गया। ममता बनर्जी का जो ये मॉडर्न जिन्ना चेहरा है, ये बंगाल में जंगल राज का सूचक बन चुका है।
It was long overdue. The women of Sandeshkhali braved all odds to come out and speak about the horrific kind of atrocities that were being done against them. I mean, it's very brave of them to come out and point out the kind of sexual assaults that were taking there. And then land grab. Now, this is a Trinamool Congress leader. Already is under investigation by the Enforcement Directorate, other agencies. He has been evading arrest. When this came out, one expected that the Trinamool Congress government in West Bengal, it has a very senior leader, a lady, Ms. Mamta Banerjee as the chief minister. Action will happen because here women, ordinary women, have braved all odds to come out and speak about it. But Sheikh Shahjahan seemed to have disappeared.
Why it took 55 days to arrest him?
Exactly, and that's a question that the Bengal administration would have to answer. That was it the police that couldn't find him, or was the police under pressure not to arrest him? Only when the Honorable High Court of Calcutta really stepped in, made it clear that there is no protection. It is at that period only that finally they have swung into action.
Was Mamta government giving him a safe ransom?
That question will have to be answered, and that question is a logical question that is bound to come up. Because if it were not for the media, if it were not for channels like you chasing it on a daily basis, maybe somewhere it was felt that this would die its own death. This is just another story. But what response on the ground showed is that women were not willing to be cowed down. They wanted justice. This was a fight for justice. This was a fight for their rights. This was a fight to ensure that the perpetrator of the atrocities in Sandeshkhali must be apprehended. Now the bigger question is, will justice be delivered or will there be a cover-up?
Meanwhile, the TMC is doing a complete eyewash by refusing to expel the arrested mafia don Sheikh Shahjahan. Take a listen into the reaction from TMC's Derek O'Brien.
The All India Trinamool Congress have decided to suspend Sheikh Shahjahan from the party for 6 years. Read my lips. Suspend him for 6 years. Why? Because there are 2 types of parties. One type of political party does talk, talk, talk. But the Trinamool Congress does walk the talk. This is not the first time we're doing it. We've done it in the past.
For a short break on this side, Punjab and Haryana High Court have come down heavily on rape convict Ram Rahim, says no parole without permission. Details on the other side. Stay tuned.
India is gearing up for a new transport revolution in the country. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways of India is ensuring a smooth and hassle-free travel for you that consumes less time and is comfortable too. More and more people are taking the road journey these days, highlighting how road trips are gaining popularity courtesy the improved road conditions. India now has the world's second largest road network. The National Highway Authority of India has laid out a plan for the completion of 5 new expressways in the country that might just be the answer to the long traffic congestion and numerous hours wasted in travel. Let's take a look at these 5 new expressways that are often termed as Pragati Ka Highway, symbolizing India's massive progress in road infrastructure and economic growth. First is the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, that is 1,350 kilometers long, 8-lane wide, under construction, partially operational, access-controlled expressway connecting India's national capital, New Delhi, to its financial capital, Mumbai. The foundation stone for the project was laid by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari in the presence of late Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley on the 8th of March 2019. The Bengaluru-Chennai Expressway, or National Expressway 7, that is under construction on 258-kilometer long, 4-lane wide access-controlled expressway between the cities of Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka, and Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu. It will run from Hoskote in Bengaluru Metropolitan Region Development Authority to Sri Perumbudur in Chennai metropolitan area. It is planned to allow vehicles to reach 120 kilometers an hour. Next is the Dwarka Expressway, NH 248BB, commonly known as Dwarka Expressway, is a 27.6 kilometer long, under construction 16-lane elevated grade separated expressway connecting Dwarka in Delhi to Khirki Dhaula Toll Plaza in Gurgaon in Haryana. The expressway takes off from the 20-kilometer milestone of NH 48 at Shiv Murti in Mahipalpur in Delhi and terminates at 40 kilometers of NH 48 near Khirki Dhaula Toll Plaza in Gurgaon in Haryana. The Dwarka Expressway has been planned as an alternate road link between Delhi and Gurgaon and is expected to ease the traffic situation on the Delhi-Gurgaon Expressway. Next is the Delhi-Amritsar-Katra Expressway, that is an approved 670-kilometer long, 4-lane wide controlled access expressway which will connect Bahadurgarh border near Delhi with Katra in Jammu and Kashmir via Haryana and Punjab. It will have a spur section which will connect Nakoda with Sri Guru Ram Das Ji International Airport located in Raja Sansi in Amritsar. The Delhi-Dehradun Expressway, also known as National Highway 72A, is an under construction 210 kilometers long, 12 by 6 lane access controlled expressway which will connect Delhi, the national capital of India, with Dehradun, the capital of the Indian state of Uttarakhand. It will pass through the states of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand and will pass through the cities of Bagpat, Baroth, Shamli and Saharanpur.
Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav and you're watching the latest news of the day. Dr. S. Jaishankar, India's foreign minister, has come out very strongly against Canada, UK and the US. You're well aware that our embassies and high commissions and our consulates have been attacked, especially by Khalistani elements. They have attacked temples, they have attacked Hindus, they have attacked Indian diplomatic places, they have attacked so many things over a period of time. Above all, they have threatened our diplomats with murder. What they have done is openly posted photographs of our diplomats, the High Commission of Canada, their staff, especially the Consul General, the High Commissioner, other people, senior people, their photographs have been put and the Khalistanis are saying that you guys are responsible for the death of Nijjar. How can they be responsible for the death of Nijjar? But Khalistanis are typically illiterate, ladies and gentlemen. They're not very well read. They are illiterate folk, who are not able to get anything done in India, not able to get jobs because of lack of education. So they get frustrated with India because they want jobs and they don't get jobs outside also because they don't have any skill set. I'm not saying driving a truck is bad. Any job is okay as long as it feeds your family. But the fact of the matter is that they go outside, and when they do not get visas to go outside, I'm just explaining the ecosystem to you. When they do not get visas to go outside, then what they slowly start doing is trying to tell Canadians, trying to tell the people of UK and America that there is political persecution in India. Somebody says that he is gay and he'll die in India. Somebody will kill him. Somebody says, he wanted an intercaste marriage and the society and the people and the government will chase him down and do all sorts of stuff. Somebody says that I took up a case against the central government and they will kill. All these things. Playing upon certain false beliefs in the West, what they have about India. Playing upon these insecurities that, okay, India is very far away and we are sure that such things must be happening in India. This whole sense of white superiority, and the countries that are not white are not okay and their political systems are not okay. You know how they think. So this is what the Khalistanis play on. This entire Khalistan thing is a big scam. It's an immigration scam. It's a contract killing scam. It's a drug dealing scam. That is what these guys do. So India has, all CCTV coverage, all CCTV footage of attackers, protesters, everything. India has given the whole thing to these countries, and now India is saying you must take action, especially Canada. Because in Canada, our diplomats have been threatened with physical harm. Now what happens if Canadian diplomats in India are threatened with physical harm? Let's assume somebody gets upset with what Canada is doing. He collects 1,000 people, stands outside the Canadian High Commission in New Delhi and threatens them with bodily harm. What are the Canadians going to do? They're going to freak out and they're going to run away. That's what they're going to do. So they must understand that our diplomats are under threat in Canada. Justin Trudeau must take action. And this entire thing about taking political advantage of Khalistanis, right? This has very limited use. Khalistanis are of no benefit.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
एकदम कृष्ण लागे छे।
कल से मीडिया के हजारों साइट्स में एक खबर को वायरल किया जा रहा है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पतंजलि को फटकार लगाई कि झूठा प्रोपेगेंडा।
We cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. India is exercising its right of reply in response to references to India during the high-level segment. With regard to the extensive references to India made by Pakistan, we note that it is deeply unfortunate for the Council's platform to have once again been misused to make patently false allegations against India. We are constrained to respond, but as we don't wish to similarly waste the Council's time, we will make only 3 points. 1. The entire union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are an integral and inalienable part of India, and the constitutional measures taken by the Government of India to ensure socio-economic development and good governance in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir are matters internal to India. Pakistan has no locus standi to pronounce on matters that are internal to India. 2. A country that has institutionalized the systemic persecution of its own minorities and has a truly abysmal human rights record, commenting on India, which is demonstrably making great strides in achieving economic progress and social justice, is not merely ironical but perverse. A glaring example was large-scale brutality perpetrated against minority Christian community in Jallianwala in Pakistan in August 2023, when 19 churches were gutted and 89 Christian houses burnt down. 3. A country that hosts and even celebrates UNSC-sanctioned terrorists, commenting on India, whose pluralistic ethos and democratic credentials are exemplars for the world, is a contrast for everyone to see. Mr. President, I'll conclude by only emphasizing that we cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. The red of the bloodshed from the terrorism it sponsors around the world, the red of its debt-riddled national balance sheets, and the red of the shame its own people feel for their government having failed to serve their actual interests. We regret the comment made by Turkey on a matter that is an internal affair of India and hope that it would refrain from making unsolicited comments on our internal matters in future.
BJP CEC meet to begin shortly in the national capital. Prime Minister and top BJP leaders to be present. Mamata's cosmetic action continues. Trinamool Congress refuses to expel Mafia Don Shajahan, leaves the door open for return. Team Republic Bangla gets a rousing welcome in Sandeshkhali as women celebrate Shahjahan's arrest. Hectic parleys in Shimla as Sukhu-led Congress government continues to firefight the mega rebellion. Himachal politics rages on rebel Congress MLAs move the High Court over expulsion decision. Punjab and Haryana High Court comes down heavily on rape convict Ram Rahim, says no parole without permission. Starting the biggest story tonight with the political rumblings taking place in the state of Himachal Pradesh, where 6 Congress legislators from Himachal Pradesh who cross-voted for the BJP in the Rajya Sabha election have been disqualified from the assembly. Now, the rebel Congress legislators have moved the High Court against the expulsion decision. Earlier in the day, Congress observer and Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar said that all is well and they've been able to put together all the disgruntled legislators. But is that the case? We'll also play out the reaction that is coming in from the leader of the opposition and also going across to some of those legislators who've spoken to our reporters on the ground to tell you that all still doesn't appear to be completely under control. Republic spoke exclusively to Jairam Thakur, who said that the BJP did not break any party and that it was the decision of the rebel MLAs to move away. Let's listen in.
देखिए, ये सब कुछ ठीक ठाक है तो ये सब गड़बड़ क्यों हो रहा है? प्रश्न तो ये है और यही बात ये पिछले 1 साल से कह रहे हैं कि सब ठीक है, सब ठीक है। अगर ठीक होता तो मैं समझता हूँ कि इस तरह की स्थिति नहीं आती जो वर्तमान में हिमाचल प्रदेश में पैदा हुई है। और वो जहाँ किसको मिले किसको नहीं मिले वो तो उनकी पार्टी का मामला है, लेकिन मैं इतना ही कहना चाह रहा हूँ, ठीक करने की कोशिश अब कर रहे हैं जब बहुत बड़ा उनका नुकसान हो गया है।
रवि ठाकुर के घर के रास्ते को पूरी तरह से ब्लॉक कर दिया गया है, वहाँ पुलिस बैठा दी गई है। आपको लगता है कि एक अलग तरीके के प्रेशर को इस्तेमाल कर रही है कांग्रेस सरकार यहाँ पे?
इस सारी चीज़ को लेकर मैं इतना ही कहना चाहता हूं कि बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। राजनीति में बहुत सारी चीज़ें आना जाना चला रहता है, लेकिन व्यक्तिगत किसी के घर में इस प्रकार से रास्ता बंद करने पर आ जाना ये आज से पहले कभी नहीं हुआ है। बड़े बड़े नेता हिमाचल प्रदेश में रहे हैं, लंबे समय तक रहे हैं राजनीति में, लेकिन ऐसी छोटी और ओछी हरकतों पर नहीं आना चाहिए।
Getting up those live visuals from the national capital. This is coming in from the BJP headquarters where the BJP Central Election Panel is all set to meet. They would be holding the discussions ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. It will be held under the chairmanship of BJP President JP Nadda. Now, BJP sources have also indicated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be attending the meeting, after which the names of at least 100 to 120 candidates are expected to be released. Now, in the CEC meeting, those who would be present includes Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, along with CEC members Dr. K. Lakshman, Vanathi Srinivasan, B.S. Yediyurappa, Sarbanand Sonowal, Iqbal Singh Lalpuria, Sudha Yadav, Bhupendra Yadav, Om Prakash Mathur, B.L. Santosh and other leaders would be present. Now, the image that you see is just coming in a short while back from the BJP headquarters, where you have the leaders now coming in. JP Nadda would be holding the meeting of the core group committee at the BJP headquarters. Now, As far as the agenda is concerned, an important discussion likely to be on the selection of the candidates for the Lok Sabha elections, whether at all you would have bigger names, for instance, the former Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, as well as a few other Chief Ministers of Uttarakhand, as Gujarat and Assam, and office bearers of Jharkhand. Other 3 states will also be present, is what we are being told. So you would have the chief ministers coming in from Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Assam too is what there is an indication. Whether that's going to happen or not, we'll have to wait for a while. In a short while from now, the decision about to whether to repeat those candidates or not is something that's going to be crucial in this first CEC meeting that's coming in. And now, the Prime Minister has already indicated that the goal is very clear: secure maximum seats in the upcoming Lok Sabha elections, and the target has been kept is 370 plus for the party and 400 for the NDA. The BJP has also, remember, have had statewide meetings that have taken place a short while back. In fact, Yogi Adityanath, Bhajanlal Sharma have already arrived. That's Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh and Chief Minister of Rajasthan. We'll try and go back to the story in a short while from now as more and more leaders come in and the meeting begins. Just a quick recap of what we know so far. These are the images that are coming in from the BJP headquarters as union ministers are likely to come in a short while from now. The Prime Minister is also going to be present in that CEC meeting that's going to take place, and this is going to be an important discussion in the meeting regarding the selection of candidates for the Lok Sabha polls. Home Minister Amit Shah is also going to be present, BJP President JP Nadda, as well as BL Santosh, along with other BJP Chief Ministers. So far, you've already had Yogi Adityanath coming in. Apart from that, Bhajanlal Sharma has also come in. We'll try and also go across to Sucharita in a short while from now. But before we do that, let's just take you through some of the key updates that are now coming in from our sources within the BJP camp, where they're basically indicating that this first list could actually have about 100 to 120 candidates is what we are given to understand. However, we'll have to wait for some more time, as the poll bugle has already been sounded by the Prime Minister with his speeches that were delivered in the state of Tamil Nadu as well as in Maharashtra. Home Minister Amit Shah has also had a couple of rallies in the state of Chhattisgarh. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh have all hit the ground running, and the campaigns have already begun. JP Nadda has also had a couple of rallies that have taken place in the last few days. So remember, the reach out right now, as the BJP is essentially saying that the reach out to the public should be done as soon as possible. And speaking about the welfare schemes that were introduced by the Prime Minister over the last 10 years, and the focus largely being about Viksit Bharat. Now, the Prime Minister indicating that more importantly, the focus would be to reach out to every voter, talking about what the goal would be in terms of Viksit Bharat. While we stay with these images that are now coming in, I'm told this is the former Chief Minister of Tripura, who's arrived a short while back. We'll also see some of those images that are now coming in. The union leaders now have started arriving, at the meeting expected to begin in a short while from now and could actually last till about could continue for a short while from now. We are also getting in some more information from Assam, where the meeting has actually taken place about the seat sharing. So clearly with the allies also, the NDA has already begun state-wise meetings that have taken place. A short while back, the meeting that took place in Assam with AGP has also concluded, is what we are picking up at this point in time. These are the latest images now coming in of union ministers, all who are present at the CEC meeting. We'll try and go across to our reporters in a short while from now, slipping into a short break, getting you more details on the other side.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
India is gearing up for a new transport revolution in the country. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways of India is ensuring a smooth and hassle-free travel for you that consumes less time and is comfortable too. More and more people are taking the road journey these days, highlighting how road trips are gaining popularity courtesy the improved road conditions. India now has the world's second largest road network. The National Highway Authority of India has laid out a plan for the completion of 5 new expressways in the country that might just be the answer to the long traffic congestion and numerous hours wasted in travel. Let's take a look at these 5 new expressways that are often termed as Pragati Ka Highway, symbolizing India's massive progress in road infrastructure and economic growth. First is the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, that is 1,350 kilometers long, 8-lane wide, under construction, partially operational, access-controlled expressway connecting India's national capital, New Delhi, to its financial capital, Mumbai. The foundation stone for the project was laid by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari in the presence of late Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley on the 8th of March 2019. The Bengaluru-Chennai Expressway, or National Expressway 7, that is under construction on 258-kilometer long, 4-lane wide access-controlled expressway between the cities of Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka, and Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu. It will run from Hoskote in Bengaluru Metropolitan Region Development Authority to Sri Perumbudur in Chennai metropolitan area. It is planned to allow vehicles to reach 120 kilometers an hour. Next is the Dwarka Expressway, NH248BB, commonly known as Dwarka Expressway, is a 27.6 kilometer long, under construction, 16-lane elevated grade separated expressway connecting Dwarka in Delhi to Khirki Dhaula Toll Plaza in Gurgaon in Haryana. The expressway takes off from the 20-kilometer milestone of NH48 at Shiv Murti in Mahipalpur in Delhi and terminates at 40 kilometers of NH48 near Khirki Dhaula Toll Plaza in Gurgaon in Haryana. The Dwarka Expressway has been planned as an alternate road link between Delhi and Gurgaon and is expected to ease the traffic situation on the Delhi-Gurgaon Expressway. Next is the Delhi-Amritsar-Katra Expressway, that is an approved 670-kilometer long, 4-lane wide controlled access expressway which will connect Bahadurgarh border near Delhi with Katra in Jammu and Kashmir via Haryana and Punjab. It will have a spur section which will connect Nakoda with Sri Guru Ram Das Ji International Airport located in Rajashansi in Amritsar. The Delhi-Dehradun Expressway, also known as National Highway 72A, is an under construction 210 kilometers long, 12 by 6 lane access controlled expressway which will connect Delhi, the national capital of India, with Dehradun, the capital of the Indian state of Uttarakhand. It will pass through the states of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand and will pass through the cities of Bagpat, Baroth, Shamli and Saharanpur.
Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav and you're watching the latest news of the day. Dr. S. Jaishankar, India's foreign minister, has come out very strongly against Canada, UK and the US. You're well aware that our embassies and high commissions and our consulates have been attacked, especially by Khalistani elements. They have attacked temples, they have attacked Hindus, they have attacked Indian diplomatic places, they have attacked so many things over a period of time. Above all, they have threatened our diplomats with murder. What they have done is openly posted photographs of our diplomats, the High Commission of Canada, their staff, especially the Consul General, the High Commissioner, other people, senior people, their photographs have been put and the Khalistanis are saying that you guys are responsible for the death of Nijjar. How can they be responsible for the death of Nijjar? But Khalistanis are typically illiterate, ladies and gentlemen. They're not very well read. They are illiterate folk, who are not able to get anything done in India, not able to get jobs because of lack of education. So they get frustrated with India because they want jobs and they don't get jobs outside also because they don't have any skill set. I'm not saying driving a truck is bad. Any job is okay as long as it feeds your family. But the fact of the matter is that they go outside, and when they do not get visas to go outside, I'm just explaining the ecosystem to you. When they do not get visas to go outside, then what they slowly start doing is trying to tell Canadians, trying to tell the people of UK and America that there is political persecution in India. Somebody says that he is gay and he'll die in India. Somebody will kill him. Somebody says, he wanted an intercaste marriage and the society and the people and the government will chase him down and do all sorts of stuff. Somebody says that I took up a case against the central government and they will kill. All these things. Playing upon certain false beliefs in the West, what they have about India. Playing upon these insecurities that, okay, India is very far away and we are sure that such things must be happening in India. This whole sense.
Staying with the top story tonight, the CEC meeting of the BJP is currently underway. Union leaders have already started arriving. A short while back, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, has already arrived. We're given to understand that the first meeting of BJP's Central Election Committee for the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha polls will be held in a short while from now. This will be under the chairmanship of BJP President JP Nadda. We are also given to understand that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah would be present amongst others who would be there. Let me also bring in my colleague Sucharita, who is joining us from the Bharat newsroom right now. Sucharita, the key focus right now would essentially be on the 120 candidates list that would be put out, but also a lot of speculations that are doing the rounds. Whether at all sitting ministers would be repeated. The second question is with regards to whether at all former Chief Minister like Shivraj Singh Chauhan, whether he would be fielded, and several other such names that are doing the rounds.
Oh yes, Shavan, the absolute criteria for seats is going to be winnability. That the BJP is very, very certain, very, very sure. Only winnability as criteria. And that is why they've gone through months of screening process. They've also gone through rounds of talks with leaders from different states. We know that today this election committee meets for declaring the names to as close as 150 seats. We are hearing that 150 seats, the names may be declared after this meeting. But before this meeting took place, there have been rounds of conversations, talks with leaders from different states, from Madhya Pradesh, from Gujarat, from Delhi, from Haryana, and these state leaders have met the Home Minister Amit Shah and the BJP National President JP Nadda. They've had several rounds of talks, and now today a final meeting after which the names are going to be declared. Very, very important. Today, the list that we're going to see, we may see seats that BJP has lost in 2019 elections. Very important. The seats that BJP had lost in 2019, maybe some of the seats that will be announced first. And those seats, again, as I said, the criteria is only going to be winnability. Some of the veteran leaders may have to take a back seat, may not be given tickets. You specifically spoke about Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He may not be. Right now, there are all speculations, but absolute criteria is going to be winnability. And also, as I said, there have been rounds of talks between with the state leaders. We are seeing that the chief ministers from BJP-led states have arrived for this meeting. We're also having central ministers arriving for this meeting. A very, very crucial meet. But let me tell our viewers that decisions have already been made. Today is the final meeting after which the names are going to be announced. This is the last session, but there have been several rounds of conversations, of talks with the state leaders also. And the names that are going to be announced, it is clear that Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, these are some of the most important and the foremost names that will be announced today when the list comes out for the BJP, the first list of close to 150 candidates. And as I said earlier, There have been several talks, there have been several rounds of meetings with the Home Minister, with the BJP state president, along with the state leaders, and they've come out with names that they feel are going to be getting them close to that 400 mark that the BJP has been speaking about, 370 to be precise for the BJP, 400 for the NDA. So the names that have been speculated upon, the names that have been discussed with the state party leaders, and also keeping the cadre in mind, keeping the fact in mind that those names should be getting absolute support at the booths when they go for elections. Very, very short time left, but a very, very important meeting. And as I said, some of the important names are going to be out, but we'll also be seeing some of the seats that BJP had lost in 2019, because those have been special focus for the BJP. How do you reach the 370 mark that the BJP keeps talking about now? You have to focus on seats that the BJP lost in 2019, and they have been the special point of, they've been the special focus point for all these meetings that the BJP state president, that the BJP national president has been having with the state leaders. So very, very shortly, we're also showing those visuals of the BJP national headquarters where the leaders have been arriving. Yogi Adityanath is there. We also know that Pushkar Dhami is there. All the BJP state chief ministers are there. Deputy chief ministers are there. The national leaders are going to be present at this meeting. And we're waiting after this meeting that big announcement after the CEC, the big announcement, the big names who are going to make it to this list, because then that responsibility lies on their shoulders to win those seats for the BJP, take it to the 370 mark, and take the NDA to the 400 mark. So very, very important meeting right there at the BJP headquarters, Shavan.
Well, thank you very much, Sucharita. As we keep a close watch on what's really happening, it's going to be a crucial meeting. Expected that 100 to 120 candidates' names could be coming out tonight. The meeting could last for almost 2 to 3 hours is what we're being told. It's yet to begin right now. As you can see, these are images coming in from outside the BJP headquarters where the leaders have started coming in. Slipping into a short break. On the other side, news and updates continue.
एकदम कृष्ण लागे छे।
कल से मीडिया के हजारों साइट्स में एक खबर को वायरल किया जा रहा है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पतंजलि को फटकार लगाई कि झूठा प्रोपेगंडा करोगे तो करोड़ों रुपए का जुर्माना लगेगा। हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, देश के कानून का, देश के संविधान का आदर करते हैं, लेकिन झूठा प्रोपेगंडा प्रचार हम नहीं कर रहे। डॉक्टरों के एक ऐसे गिरोह ने, एक ऐसे गैंग ने, एक ऐसी संस्था बना रखी है, वो प्रोपेगंडा करते रहते हैं योग के खिलाफ, आयुर्वेद के खिलाफ, नेचुरोपैथी के खिलाफ, अपने सनातन सांस्कृतिक मूल्यों के खिलाफ। और वो झूठा प्रोपेगंडा ये है कि सिंथेटिक वर्ल्ड में बीपी, शुगर, थायराइड, अस्थमा, अर्थराइटिस, एसएलियमा, ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज, लिवर, किडनी फेलियर, इनका कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। आज मैं 3 तथ्यों के आधार पर यह बात कहना चाहता हूं। हर दिन मेरे पास में कम से कम सैकड़ों रियल वर्ल्ड एविडेंस होते हैं, जो यहां पर भी बैठे हैं। टाइप 1 डायबिटीज है, थायराइड है, बीपी है, सामान्य नॉर्मल शुगर है, मोटापा तो 8-8 दिन में लोगों का हम 12 से 15 किलो तक कम कर देते हैं।
All right, we're cutting across live at the top of this hour to visuals coming in from the national capital. The first meeting of BJP's Central Election Committee, the CEC, for the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha elections is going to begin any time from now. Prime Minister Modi will be chairing the CEC along with the BJP chief JP Nadda. Yogi Adityanath, the chief minister. Yogi Adityanath, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, has arrived at the BJP headquarters. Pushkar Singh Dhami has also reached. You can see Yogi Adityanath just entering the BJP headquarters there. And the top 10 ministers, in fact, are likely to be part of the BJP's first Lok Sabha list. And there you have those latest visuals coming in from the BJP headquarters. Yogi Adityanath there in his vehicle. He has just arrived and entered the BJP headquarters. And Prime Minister Modi will be chairing this meeting. Bhajan Lal Sharma has also arrived for the CEC meeting, and so has Pushkar Singh Dhami, the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand. Mansukh Mandviya, the Union Minister, is also there at the BJP headquarters for this very important meeting. Remember, the BJP's top brass, along with the chief ministers, will be attending this meeting. A list of 100 to 120 candidates are expected to be released. So that will be the first list. Of course, it's an important election panel meeting, finalizing the nominees for up to the third of the Lok Sabha seats today. And we understand that this list could be released tomorrow. You can see Ashwini Vaishnav also there entering. We see many other top ministers and chief ministers coming in. First list of the BJP candidates could include 100 to 130 seats the party has never won, likely to be released tomorrow. And this is an important update we have right now. Prime Minister Modi will be chairing the CEC meeting. Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh, Yediyurappa are scheduled to attend it. And you can see Dhami has reached there. You can see Pushkar Singh Dhami, the Uttarakhand chief minister there, entering the BJP headquarters one by one, getting in all the top ministers. BJP now going in a brainstorming mood and likely to field the big guns in this list already. The key meeting will be beginning very, very shortly, viewers. The top guns have arrived at the BJP headquarters, and the top ministers will be in a huddle today, planning and chalking out the strategy, the list, more importantly, the nominees for the first list. So that's the update we have right now. South seats will be a very important part also there. And Senator Siddharth is joining us live from the newsroom for more. Siddharth, of course, it's time. We're just barely 6 weeks, if we could assume that, away from the Lok Sabha elections. And it's, of course, time for the BJP to zero in on the candidates. And we expect this time the top guns will be making the cut in this list.
Oh yes, and Rakshita, there have been many rounds of these meetings with state leaders, with the state cadres, which the National President JP Nadda and Home Minister Amit Shah already did. So this is more like a final meeting. 80% of the list, I should say, is already there. It's ready, but there might be surprises at the last moment. So we are waiting for that list to come out. This meeting may go on for about 2 to 3 hours. There may be more than 100 names that will be announced today. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Home Minister Amit Shah being some of the names that will be announced for sure. But there are no surprises in that. What we're looking at are those seats which the BJP lost in 2019 elections. Those seats are the ones that has had maximum focus from the BJP central leadership. And when BJP speaks about 370, when they speak about winning 370 seats and a total of 400 for the NDA, those seats that the BJP lost in 2019 become very, very crucial. So these meetings that the National President and the Home Minister Amit Shah have had with the state cadres, state leaders, have been very crucial. They've had lots of rounds of these meetings, and now this final meeting that is there today, which is chaired by the Prime Minister himself, and there will be a list of more than 100 candidates which will be announced today. And as I said, most likely the seats which the BJP did not win in 2019 are the ones which have been the prime focus and will be announced today. That is most likely. We're also showing in visuals of the BJP national headquarters where the leaders continue to pour in, and the BJP state-led states, the chief ministers from the BJP-led states, the deputy chief ministers, the central leaders, the ministers. All are arriving for this very, very important meeting, and BJP has already cut down a list. They've already finalized 80% of this list, but we never know. There might be surprises, especially from Delhi, because the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress now have a tie-up in Delhi. Those 7 Lok Sabha seats which belong to the BJP, they're a tie-up between AAP and Congress. Those 7 seats become very, very crucial, and some of the front runners are Manoj Tiwari, who's the MP from Northeast Delhi. Also, late Sushma Swaraj's daughter, Bansuri Swaraj, her name is also coming up in the list. Also, these Delhi seats become very important as some of the central ministers are in the run for these seats from the Delhi Lok Sabha seats. So, very crucial, very, very important meeting. And as I said, may last for about 2 to 3 hours. And then we will have the first list from the BJP for the 2024 elections. Very important list, because the names that will be announced today then have the onus to win these seats and take BJP to the 370 mark and take NDA to the 400 mark. Rakshita.
Absolutely, Siddharth. Of course, the focus will be on the lost seats, and as you mentioned, many of the surprising names could also come up, and so are the names of even Nirmala Sitharaman and S. Jaishankar doing the round, especially with great focus on southern part of the country. That's, of course, a very important part for the BJP to focus on. Thanks so much for the moment. We will continue to get back to you and get more details as the meeting is going to start anytime soon, viewers. But right now, we're moving on to some other stories. Right now, Rana Goswami, who has just dumped the Congress party, has now officially joined the BJP, and Republic TV has spoken exclusively with Rana Goswami. Take a listen into this conversation.
My Honorable General Secretary Ghulam Nabi Azad ji, and including I was worked with the Jyotiraditta Scindia ji, who is now in the Union Minister. But I was always respect him. They are quit the party and join the other parties. But they also not declared why quit the Congress party. I'm also right now. I'm not say to the any regions. I just say that I am several times. I am the several incidents with me. So I resigned today. Congress started from Congress party and today join in the BJP. And on the coming days, I work together in the BJP all the leaderships and Karjakarta. And
क्या खास वजह रहा है कहीं
no, मैं already says I'm already says already says Ghulam Nabi Azad and Jyotiraditta Scindia, they also quit the party, Congress party. वो लोग भी नहीं बोला था कि किस लिए चला गया, मन में दुख था, मुझे बोला था क्योंकि मैं अटैचमेंट था उन लोगों के साथ, इसलिए मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ जब मैं उसका आदर्श है, मैं किसी को अभी ज़रा मतलब उन लोग का जिस पार्टी से मैं आया हूँ इस पार्टी के बारे में ज़्यादा बोलने का नहीं चाहता, मैं कुछ डेफिनेटली कुछ है इसलिए मैं छोड़ के आया।
लेकिन राहुल गांधी ने आपको नेग्लेक्ट किया था, ये एक
नहीं, अगर एक को निकाल लेके आएगा बाकी को नहीं निकालने के आएगा तब तो डेफिनेटली दुख का बात है ना।
आपके लिए वकील नहीं भेजूंगा बोला था राहुल।
नो वो मुझे ने बातचीत नहीं किया, राहुल जी मुझे बातचीत नहीं किया, मुझे मेरा दोस्त उस समय भूपेन बोरा ने मुझे बोला जे अगर घुस जाओगे तो मैं स्पेशल फ्लाइट दिखे कपिल सिब्बाल को और अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी को भेजेंगे तुमको निकालने के लिए, लेकिन तो मुझे भूपेन जी ने मोबाइल फोन से मुझे बोला, कोई रिकॉर्डिंग मेरे पास नहीं, लेकिन मैंने सोचा जी अरे उसको निकालने के लिए राहुल जी भेजेंगे तो मुझे मेरे लिए नहीं भेजेंगे क्या, मेरा जिला अध्यक्ष क्या जिला अध्यक्ष के लिए नहीं भेजेंगे क्या, जिला जनरल सेक्रेटरी के लिए नहीं भेजेंगे क्या, वही मुझे सोचने का बात है ना। ये मैं ये जितेंद्र सिंह को दिल्ली में बताया था, ये बात जितेंद्र सिंह हमारा ऑनरेबल जनरल सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज ऑफ द असम, मैं उसको बताया था।
Leader.
All right, we are getting in more breaking developments now, this time from Karnataka. Stoking a fresh controversy is Congress leader B.K. Hariprasad well now said that Pakistan is not India's enemy. The remarks were made on the floor of the House in Karnataka Assembly. Take a listen. In fact, this happens after Pakistan's Zindabad slogans were heard, and now Congress says that Pakistan is a neighbor, not an enemy. It's a shocker coming in from B.K. Hariprasad. Take a listen into that statement.
ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಬಂಧದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ, ನಮಗದು ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ.
ಮಿತ್ರ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರನಾ? ಮಿತ್ರ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನ ಮಾತಾಡೋರು ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. ನೀವು ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕರು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಸದಸ್ಯ, ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೌಜನ್ಯ ತೋರಿಸಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋವರೆಗೂ. ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ಭಾರತ ರತ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಶ್ರೀಮಾನ್ LK ಅದ್ವಾನಿ ಅವರು. ಲಾಹೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿನ್ನಾ ಅವರ ಸಮಾಧಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜಾತ್ಯತೀತ ನಾಯಕ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೊಗಳು ಬಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿತ್ತಂತೆ ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಲ್ವಂತ.
My colleague Prajwal Prasad joins us on the broadcast from Bengaluru. Prajwal, now this is not the first time that Hariprasad has landed in soup for his comments, and this time again, now he is calling Pakistan a neighbor. He is an enemy for the BJP, but not for the Congress, it seems, and he continues to stand by his statement.
Rakshita, in fact, B.K. Hariprasad did also go ahead and state that he will be moving a privilege motion against the BJP as well as the media too. And this has come as a complete shocker as well. And not only that, he's also gone on to defend his statement too. And he stated that the media has tweaked the statements. But if you look at it, there has also been a lot of condemnation by the BJP as well. We had several leaders like the former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Baswaraj Bommai, the BJP MLA from Mangaluru North, Dr. Bharat Shetty, and BJP MLC Ravi Kumar, who also objected to this, especially the MLC Ravi Kumar, who is also the chief whip of the opposition in the council, also stated that this is the mindset of the Congress as well. And look at what B.K. Hariprasad has done. And today too, B.K. Hariprasad has gone ahead and defended this particular statement, and this entire thing has been expunged completely from the speech as well. So the particular statement that he will be moving a privilege motion against the media, where he's gone ahead and threatened the media, has been completely removed from the council as well. So this is definitely going ahead and creating a lot of problems too for the Congress, and the BJP has gone ahead and pointed out to the fact that this is the mindset of the Congress too, because it wants to go ahead and defend people who are going on and raising pro-Pak slogans, allegedly raising pro-Pak slogans in Vidhana Saudha. And after which, when the BJP raised this issue on the floor of the House in the council, this was the way that B.K. Hariprasad defended it, and he's also gone ahead and compared it to several BJP leaders moving on further of this particular speech, Rakshita, he's also gone ahead and spoken about Prime Minister Narendra Modi as well, who had visited Lahore in 2015 too. And he stated that the Prime Minister went ahead and violated protocols as well. And this has garnered a lot of controversy, and therefore the BJP has also gone ahead and taken a task to him. It is also now being understood that the BJP is planning to take this particular issue as well with the Governor of Karnataka, and they will again be meeting him shortly between 7:45 to 8 at the Raj Bhavan.
Absolutely. It's the same Hari Prasad, in fact, who had actually warned of a Godhra-like, incident ahead of Ram Mandir inauguration. This is not the first time he has made such comments. But thank you so much for the moment, Prajwal, joining us with those details on that story. In fact, viewers, as we speak, we're getting in more updates and more breaking developments in this bulletin. The Prime Minister has tweeted on India's GDP growth, the robust 8.4%. I quote him here. I quote Prime Minister's tweet on social media platform X. Robust 8.4% GDP growth in the third quarter 2023-2024 shows the strength of Indian economy and its potential. Our efforts will continue to bring the fast economic growth, which shall help 140 crore Indians lead a better life and create a Vikasit Bharat, unquote. That is the Prime Minister tweeting on, posting on social media platform X there on India's 8.4% growth. Remember, this is much above the expectations there, and Prime Minister Modi there tweeting on the occasion. Right, time for a short break. On the other side, the BJP CEC meeting is all set to begin shortly in Delhi. Prime Minister and top leaders are reaching the headquarters of the BJP. We'll keep a track of developments there. Stay tuned.
We cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. India is exercising its right of reply in response to references to India during the high-level segment. With regard to the extensive references to India made by Pakistan, we note that it is deeply unfortunate for the Council's platform to have once again been misused to make patently false allegations against India. We are constrained to respond. But as we don't wish to similarly waste the Council's time, we will make only 3 points. 1. The entire Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are an integral and inalienable part of India, and the constitutional measures taken by the Government of India to ensure socio-economic development and good governance in the Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir are matters internal to India. Pakistan has no locus standi to pronounce on matters that are internal to India. 2. A country that has institutionalized the systemic persecution of its own minorities and has a truly abysmal human rights record, commenting on India, which is demonstrably making great strides in achieving economic progress and social justice, is not merely ironical but perverse. A glaring example was large-scale brutality perpetrated against minority Christian community in Jallianwala in Pakistan in August 2023, when 19 churches were gutted and 89 Christian houses burnt down. 3. A country that hosts and even celebrates UNSC-sanctioned terrorists, commenting on India, whose pluralistic ethos and democratic credentials are exemplars for the world, is a contrast for everyone to see. Mr. President, I'll conclude by only emphasizing that we cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. The red of the bloodshed from the terrorism it sponsors around the world, the red of its debt-riddled national balance sheets, and the red of the shame its own people feel for their government having failed to serve their actual interests. We regret the comment made by Turkey on a matter that is an internal affair of India and hope that it would refrain from making unsolicited comments on our internal matters in future.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
India is gearing up for a new transport revolution in the country. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways of India is ensuring a smooth and hassle-free travel for you that consumes less time and is comfortable too. More and more people are taking the road journey these days, highlighting how road trips are gaining popularity courtesy the improved road conditions. India now has the world's second largest road network. The National Highway Authority of India has laid out a plan for the completion of 5 new expressways in the country that might just be the answer to the long traffic congestion and numerous hours wasted in travel. Let's take a look at these 5 new expressways that are often termed as Pragati Ka Highway, symbolizing India's massive progress in road infrastructure and economic growth. First is the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway that is 1,350 kilometers long, 8-lane wide, under construction, partially operational access-controlled expressway connecting India's national capital, New Delhi, to its financial capital, Mumbai. The foundation stone for the project was laid by Union Minister Nitin Gadkari in the presence of late Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley on the 8th of March 2019. The Bengaluru-Chennai Expressway, or National Expressway 7, that is under construction on 258-kilometer long 4-lane wide access controlled expressway between the cities of Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka, and Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu. It will run from Hoskote in Bengaluru Metropolitan Region Development Authority to Sri Perumbudur in Chennai metropolitan area. It is planned to allow vehicles to reach 120 kilometers an hour. Next is the Dwarka Expressway, NH 248BB, commonly known as Dwarka Expressway, is a 27.6 kilometer long, under construction 16-lane elevated grade separated expressway connecting Dwarka in Delhi to Khidki Dhaula Toll Plaza in Gurgaon in Haryana. The expressway takes off from the 20-kilometer milestone of NH 48 at Shiv Murti in Mahipalpur in Delhi and terminates at 40 kilometers of NH 48 near Khidki Dhaula Toll Plaza in Gurgaon in Haryana. The Dwarka Expressway has been planned as an alternate road link between Delhi and Gurgaon and is expected to ease the traffic situation on the Delhi-Gurgaon Expressway. Next is the Delhi-Amritsar-Katra Expressway, that is an approved 670-kilometer long 4-lane wide controlled access expressway which will connect Bahadurgarh border near Delhi with Katra in Jammu and Kashmir via Haryana and Punjab. It will have a spur section which will connect Nakoda with Sri Guru Ram Das Ji International Airport located in Raja Sansi in Amritsar. The Delhi-Dehradun Expressway, also known as National Highway 72A, is an under construction 210 kilometers long 12 by 6 lane access controlled expressway which will connect Delhi, the national capital of India, with Dehradun, the capital of the Indian state of Uttarakhand. It will pass through the states of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand and will pass through the cities of Bagpat, Baroth, Shamli and Saharanpur.
Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav and you're watching the latest news of the day. Dr. S. Jaishankar, India's foreign minister, has come out very strongly against Canada, UK and the US. You're well aware that our embassies and high commissions and our consulates have been attacked, especially by Khalistani elements. They have attacked temples, they have attacked Hindus, they have attacked Indian diplomatic places, they have attacked so many things over a period of time. Above all, they have threatened our diplomats with murder. What they have done is openly posted photographs of our diplomats, the High Commission of Canada, their staff, especially the Consul General, the High Commissioner, other people, senior people, their photographs have been put and the Khalistanis are saying that you guys are responsible for the death of Nijjar. How can they be responsible for the death of Nijjar? But Khalistanis are typically illiterate, ladies and gentlemen. They're not very well read. They are illiterate folk, who are not able to get anything done in India, not able to get jobs because of lack of education. So they get frustrated with India because they want jobs and they don't get jobs outside also because they don't have any skill set. I'm not saying driving a truck is bad. Any job is okay as long as it feeds your family. But the fact of the matter is that they go outside, and when they do not get visas to go outside, I'm just explaining the ecosystem to you. When they do not get visas to go outside, then what they slowly start doing is trying to tell Canadians, trying to tell the people of UK and America that there is political persecution in India. Somebody says that he is gay and he'll die in India. Somebody will kill him. Somebody says, he wanted an intercaste marriage and the society and the people and the government will chase him down and do all sorts of stuff. Somebody says that I took up a case against the central government and they will kill. All these things playing upon certain false beliefs in the West, what they have about India. Playing upon these insecurities that, okay, India is very far away and we are sure that such things must be happening in India. This whole sense of white superiority, and the countries that are not white are not okay and their political systems are not okay. You know how they think. So this is what the Khalistanis play on this entire.
Watching Burning Question. I'm Sujarta Kukreti, and before we begin the show, let's have a look at the headlines. After 55 days of being underground, Shajahan was quote-unquote arrested by Mamta's police late on Thursday night. The police performed medical examination before the crack of dawn on Friday morning and produced him in the Bashir court. BJP CEC meet to begin shortly. National Capital PM and all top leaders to be present. Mamta's cosmetic action continues. TMC refuses to expel Mafia Don Shajahan, leaves doors open for return. Team Republic Bangla gets a rousing welcome in Sandeshkhali as women celebrate Shahjahan's arrest. Hectic parleys in Shimla as Suku-led Congress government continues to firefight the mega rebellion. Himachal politics rages on. Rebel Congress MLAs move High Court over expulsion decision. Punjab and Haryana High Court comes down heavily on rape convict Ram Rahim, says no parole without permission. After 55 days of being underground, Shahjahan Sheikh was quote-unquote arrested by Mamta's police late on Thursday night. The police performed medical examination before the crack of dawn on Friday morning and produced him in the Bashir court. The police officials, who claimed to have no clue as to where the absconding Don was hiding for 55 days, have miraculously arrested him. The arrest comes a day after the Calcutta High Court pulled up the Mamta government over the failure to arrest the Mafia Don and said that central agencies, ED and CBI, could also arrest him. Even when he was produced at court, Don Shajahan was brazen, unfazed, and was seen signalling to the cops. The court has granted police 10-day custody, and the ED has moved the High Court seeking custody of the Mafia Don, stating that they fear evidence tampering by the Mamta police. Take a look at this report before we begin debating.
Mafia Don Shajahan had been absconding for over 50 days after instigating an attack on ED officials. Over 50 days on, Mamta's police claimed they did not know where the accused was hiding, despite allegations of mass rape and an unrelenting uprising by Sandeshkhali's women. However, within 24 hours of the HC allowing central agencies ED and CBI to arrest the absconding Mafia Don, he was already taken into custody by the Mamta police. Watch how the Mafia Don was absolutely brazen and walked into the Bashirat courtroom like a member of royalty. He also signaled Mamta's cops to stand aside, and the cops scuttled to comply with the Mafia Don. Republic also managed to access the FIR copy, which contained some harrowing revelations. Shajahan confessed to instigating his men to attack the ED officials to escape arrest. He further claimed that he was aware of the miscreants' hideouts and that he could assist officials in recovering them. On the other hand, the women of Sandeshkhali were jubilant after Mafia Don Sheikh Shahjahan's arrest. Meanwhile, the BJP claims that the arrest is fully scripted and that the Mamata government is being held hostage by the mafia.
ये अरेस्ट नहीं है, ये म्यूचुअल एडजस्टमेंट है. जितना टाइम तक सेंट्रल एजेंसी इसको हिरासत में नहीं लेगा, उतना टाइम तक वहाँ का पीड़ित जनता को न्याय नहीं मिलेगा.
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की लगातार आंदोलन की वजह से ये सरकार बाध्य हुई शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए. पहले से तो ये सरकार डिनायल मोड में था, एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं कर रहा था कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ है. तो हमने पहले से ही बोला था, मैंने पहले से ही बोला था कि सरकार को बाध्य करेंगे, घुटने पे ले आएंगे कि शेख शाहजहां को गिरफ्तार करने के लिए ये बाध्य हो जाएगी.
The state police already arrested him, and we hope that the truth of Sandeshkhali will come out through different kind of agency as well as the court intervention.
Pictures coming in from Sandeshkhali, that how people have come down to the streets, how the women of Sandeshkhali they are celebrating untimely Holi. They are distributing sweets among themselves, and there is the visuals of celebration at Sandeshkhali that Sheikh Shahjahan has been arrested. But at the same time, some concerns or anxieties are being expressed by from several corners that only Sheikh Shahjahan, the kingpin, has been arrested, but his left hands and right hands, they have not been arrested yet.
I'm joined by the BJP spokesperson Shatarupa, author and political analyst Karan Verma, political analyst leaning towards the TMC Anubrat Roy, and Rajputra Chandra join us. Thank you so much for being on the debate. Let me begin with Anubrat. How have these things all of a sudden, 55 days absconding and then the police arrest Shahjahan Sheikh, and did you really see those visuals of how the police were escorting Shajahan Sheikh as if they were escorting a VVIP, taking him there, and he's showing a victory sign, waving to the media? Is this really an absconder that they were taking?
Look, first of all, the Calcutta High Court has been, just 48 hours ago, Calcutta High Court has given the green light to arrest Shajahan Sheikh. Before that, the Calcutta High Court didn't give the green light to arrest that suspect. So the High Court is not giving the green light. How can the government arrest the suspect? And talking about that body language of Sheikh Shahjahan, not even 1 or 2 years ago, BJP leaders were garlanded who were accused of rape, and just because some body language shown by the accused Shajahan, it does not cover up the fact that the same BJP party
what about the
members
body language of the police officers escorting him? What about the body language of the police officers escorting him, Anubrat? They are right behind, as if they're escorting a minister. They're escorting Mamata Banerjee. It's not like they're escorting, they're taking charge of an absconder.
What about those BJP leaders who were garlanded after being convicted of rape?
Shatarupa, he's very, very clearly drawing an analogy with Brijbhushan Sharan Singh, and that's because Mamata Banerjee has stated that. So do you want to comment on that first?
No, I mean, it's irrelevant what they're comparing, I don't know who to who. Firstly, Shahjahan's arrest is something that we feel that is an entire, you've already written, cosmetic action. It's entirely scripted. The way a criminal walks in and somebody who's supposed to be arrested, at least our leaders, whenever they get arrested, they're almost manhandled. They're grabbed, and then there's a cloth covering their faces. Our political leaders are also manhandled. There's always a policeman holding on to him. Here the police seem visibly scared of him, and he sauntered in with a swag in his his body language is like.
Hello. those visuals that we saw today, somebody who'd been absconding, and there's another set of visuals that we have on screen right now. These women who were celebrating Holi, these women have been on the streets. They've been asking for Shahjahan Sheikh's arrest. And it was as if their plea was falling on deaf ears all this while, Rajputra. It was falling on deaf ears. Nobody was there to hear them out. They are celebrating today that Shahjahan Sheikh is behind bars, but we don't really know if he's going to be, if there really is going to be a strong charge against him, because he has been defended by the Chief Minister herself in the Assembly.
Okay, now can I say something?
Go ahead.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Can I say something?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Let's just not focus on body language right now. Let's just focus on facts first. What could have been the epitome of a good governance?
Oh, yes.
The law enforcement has arrested the accused. Trinamool Congress has shown a stern disregard against the accused. And let me remind all of you that he's still an accused. And the BJP is never happy with whatever the law enforcement does or the government does. And this is not an example of a constructive opposition. Let me remind all of you. The BJP has to admit the fact that the accused person has been arrested by the state government itself.
So the disregard for criminals is shown by defending him in the state assembly and saying that he's being targeted. Is that the disregard you're talking about? Is that the disregard you're talking about? You speak about you speak about him being targeted in the assemblies. That's the disregard you're talking about. You're talking about law enforcement. 55 days on the run.
I said let's
and after the High Court gave you a rap. After the High Court gave you a rap, you go out looking for him.
Scripted. I don't know where did she get this from. I just have to say one thing.
Why do you say it's scripted, Shatrupa? Why do you say it's scripted? I'll go to Karan next.
I have strong respect.
I'll go to Karan next. Shatrupa, quickly. Why do you say it's scripted?
One thing, that Sheikh Shahjahan has been arrested by the Mamata Banerjee government's police. So let's just focus on the fact. You people are never happy. You people are never happy with whatever the government does. This is not an example of a constructive opposition,
Shajahan. And we had planned this. ED was constantly, CM was constantly saying that it is ED's planning. ED went and poked him out of his so-called safe nest. And then BJP and RSS were involved in inciting these kind of women. I mean, what are you talking? Now you're into
Trinamool Congress is a party.
Your MP.
The party didn't even spare Jyoti Priya Mollik. He was a minister. The party did not even bother to show any mercy towards Jyoti Priya Mollik. The party did not show any mercy towards Partho Chatterjee. Who is this person, Sheikh Shahjahan? He is not even a minister. He is not an MLA. So the party doesn't even bother to show any mercy towards sitting ministers. When it comes to
Rajputra, he's a bigger Rajputra than you. In front of the CM's eyes, he's a larger prince than you, Rajputra. The Honorable Chief Minister.
Let me go across to Karan.
Can I speak? Can I speak, please?
I want to ask a very simple question. I want to ask a very simple question, Rajputra. Listen to this. Rajputra, listen to this. Why have these women been out on the streets? What have they been demanding? Why have they been asking for President's rule?
Please come again. Please come again.
About the atrocities on women.
Now, can I speak?
But it has not been mentioned. I'm putting this question across to Karan, not to you, Rajputra. No mention of crime against women in the arrest warrant. No mention. Why has he been arrested?
No, it's a shame, Sucharita, if you ask me, and the gall that the two panelists on my right side have to defend the Mamata government. 55 days. This woman comes in the assembly on 15th Feb and says it's a BJP conspiracy. Says it's an RSS conspiracy. She completely denies and whitewashes over this monster's crimes. And then she has the gall to do a complete 360 and say, oh, we've arrested 17 people. Then the Calcutta High Court gives a rap on the knuckles and says the ED and CBI are free to arrest this monster. That is when the Mamata government stages this cosmetic action and takes this man into custody who walks as if he's a bloody lord of some place, escorted by police aides. And there are no charges pressed against this man. And look at the way he's walking. I think the Mamata government should be ashamed of itself, and so should the two panelists be. And in fact, the entire India line should be. They talk about women rights. Where were they? Why were they so tight-lipped? When we have witnesses, we have first-hand witnesses. Women, you resorted to victim shaming. You should be ashamed of yourself. And this is not the first time the Mamata government resorted to victim shaming. Look what they did in Nadia. They said it's a love affair gone wrong. You targeted the victims. You resorted to the cheapest, meanest tactics. And now you are caught. So please, it is time for you to regret and repent. Don't show this brazenness in front of a camera. Hang your head in shame.
I want to ask Anubrat today. Anubrat, I want to ask, why has Shahjahan Sheikh been arrested? What is the crime against Shahjahan Sheikh? Why has the Kolkata police, why has the West Bengal police arrested him? Very simple question.
Look, I'm just questioning my opposite panelist. Like he previously mentioned that we should feel ashamed, we should hang our heads. Can you do the same for Brijbhushan Singh?
Please don't resort to whataboutery. This debate is about...
What is the crime against Shahjahan Sheikh? You did not listen to my question. What is the crime against Shahjahan Sheikh? Why has Shahjahan been arrested? Anubrat, why has Shahjahan Sheikh been arrested?
No.
Why is Shahjahan Sheikh been arrested?
I want a simple question from the opposite panelist. Can you do the same for the BJP?
Do not duck it. Do not duck the question. Why is Shahjahan Sheikh arrested? What is the crime against? What is the crime that he's held guilty for? Why has he been arrested?
No. My simple question is, can you do the same? Can my opposite panelists do the same who were accused of rape?
No. I don't want any simple questions. I've asked you a simple question. Give me an answer to it. You don't even know why he's been arrested. You do not even know why he's been arrested. You do not even know that he's the crime against women. These women have been out on the streets. They've been asking for justice, and there's no mention of crime against women in his arrest memo.
You can prove it via video. He has been accused.
I am not here to prove anything, Anurag. I'm here to do my job. I'm asking a question. Do you have an answer to it? Do you have an answer to it? You clearly do not have an answer to it.
Look, let me speak. You are already shouting. Let me speak.
Go ahead.
Yes. No, he has been accused of rape, multiple rape, and other heinous crimes. He has been accused. Look, the accused has been suspended and being boycotted by the Trinamool Congress right now. Okay, but it has not been proven yet.
55
but
days.
the same question arises.
Anubrat, you don't have your facts with you. You do not have your facts with you.
You have no idea.
You do not have your facts with you. That's exactly what I'm saying. A state is on the boil. A state has been on the boil. Women have been on the streets asking for justice, and there is no mention of crime against women in his arrest. Shatrupa. This is exactly what I'm saying. What is the crime?
Yes, Sucharita. Thank you for pointing this out to those two dimwits. The point here is the ADG has gone on record saying that he has been arrested for the alleged, inciting the mob on the 5th of January against ED. Two of these ED people got injured. That is the crime that they have booked him for after 55 days. Now they still haven't booked him for these crimes against these women, because according to the ADG, first of all, of course, they've just been filed these crimes. So therefore, they need a lot of time to inquire. Then they will think of booking him further. So the number of I think he's been accused of some 3 completely bailable accusations today, and they have got nothing to do with the atrocities that he has been committing regularly for over a decade on these women of Sandeshkhali. Why? Because Mamata Banerjee doesn't think that these are even crimes. Mamata Banerjee and her cronies, Kunal Ghosh, Chandrima Bhattacharya, the Minister of Education, there's a councillor called June Vishwas or somebody. She is asking for a rape footage. So these women should have waited and got hold of a medical certificate. Police have asked for a medical certificate. So they should have waited. And one woman, in fact, has gone on record saying that when they are beating us, when they have a gun pointed on our children and our husbands are getting beaten up and they're dragging us to the party office, who will take a footage? Who will hold a video of to shoot this scene? What are these people saying?
I have to say something. I have to say something.
Please allow me to speak. No, this is shameful.
Your party has multiple governments. Your party has multiple governments. You know very well that the government
and give out a video recording to prove that she has been a victim of sexual crime, of rape. We do not know what things have come to in a state like Bengal. Karan, we do not know what a state like Bengal has
What is even more
landed.
shameful?
Where has it landed?
A government
This is shameful.
based on conjectures.
What is even more shameful is there are two sides in this debate. I mean, this is an issue.
Don't work on conjectures. Work on the statements given by these women on the streets. Exactly my point, Rajputra. Work on these statements given by these women.
Some people have the power to back this government. Some people really have some guts. How can there be two sides on this debate? There can only be one side. Everybody should unanimously raise a voice for the justice of these women and for this monster to be locked up with the charges of assault on women. Why are those charges missing?
Look after all the heinous accusations that is being accused. So I have full confidence with my government.
In Mamata's West Bengal. And these are serious allegations.
Your government has failed on everything.
The government will
They have to be
surely
pulled up by
look
the
after
courts.
all these things. But any functional government, let me complete. Any functional government has a certain modus operandi. The government cannot function in
Your modus operandi is to loot.
The law
That is all your modus operandi has been, unfortunately. Whether it is post-poll violence, or whether it was beer boom, or whether it is now.
Okay, Rajputra.
Has a certain way of operating. The police found evidence in certain
You are
things.
saying
That's why the police booked him.
what is the way of operating? What is the way for operating?
Victim shaming is their way of operating.
The High Court has come down heavily on the Mamata government, telling them, reminding them of their job.
I mean, if we talk about all these
Reminding them of their job.
Every functional government, that is what I was saying.
Yours is not a functional government anymore. Sorry.
People.
Yours is not a functional government that has to be pulled up by the courts every time. Every time it has to be pulled up by the courts, whether it is post-poll violence, whether it is the rape after the Beer Boom massacre.
I want to just say one thing. I don't have time left on the debate. The High Court has very clearly said it has no sympathy for Shahjahan Sheikh. It has no sympathy for Shahjahan Sheikh. I am only quoting the High Court. It says that we have no sympathy for Shahjahan Sheikh. It will also be hearing a suo moto. It will also be hearing a suo moto appeal against Shahjahan Sheikh for sexual offences, for which it has summoned Shahjahan's lawyer. It has summoned Shahjahan's lawyer. I just want to say we do not want any cosmetic surgery. We want a real surgery so that people like Shahjahan Sheikh cannot go scot-free. That's all I had time for on the burning question. Thank you so much for joining me.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
एकदम कृष्ण लागे छे।
कल से मीडिया के हजारों साइट्स में एक खबर को वायरल किया जा रहा है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने पतंजलि को फटकार लगाई कि झूठा प्रोपेगंडा करोगे तो करोड़ों रुपए का जुर्माना लगेगा। हम सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, देश के कानून का, देश के संविधान का आदर करते हैं, लेकिन झूठा प्रोपेगंडा प्रचार हम नहीं कर रहे। डॉक्टरों के एक ऐसे गिरोह ने, एक ऐसे गैंग ने, एक ऐसी संस्था बना रखी है, वो प्रोपेगंडा करते रहते हैं योग के खिलाफ, आयुर्वेद के खिलाफ, नेचुरोपैथी के खिलाफ, अपने सनातन सांस्कृतिक मूल्यों के खिलाफ। और वो झूठा प्रोपेगंडा ये है कि सिंथेटिक वर्ल्ड में बीपी, शुगर, थायराइड, अस्थमा, अर्थराइटिस, एसएलएमएस, ऑटोइम्यून डिजीज, लिवर, किडनी फेलियर, इनका कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं है। आज मैं 3 तथ्यों के आधार पर यह बात कहना चाहता हूं। हर दिन मेरे पास में कम से कम सैकड़ों रियल वर्ल्ड एविडेंस होते हैं, जो यहां पर भी बैठे हैं। टाइप 1 डायबिटीज है, थायराइड है, बीपी है, सामान्य नॉर्मल शुगर है, मोटापा तो 8-8 दिन में लोगों का हम 12 से 15 किलो तक कम कर देते हैं। ये बहुत साधारण सी बात है। सिंथेटिक वर्ल्ड में किसी चीज का यदि क्योर नहीं है तो ये कहना।
The theme for this year's annual summit of the Republic Media Network is Bharat, the next decade. India is a land of great opportunities. This is the time to grab the opportunities, to catalyze the run-up for the future. The Prime Minister will be delivering the chief keynote. We have confirmations from Home Minister Amit Shah, from Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and a host of very, very special and distinguished speakers. I really hope you'll join us, and I hope to see you.
Trending burning question, powered by Reva University and Century Club Prime.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the trending burning question. Now, there's been a controversy that's raging in Karnataka, and this controversy has been ongoing for the last 2-3 days. 2 days ago, just when the Rajya Sabha elections were announced, the Congress, now Rajya Sabha MP, his supporters were allegedly heard shouting Pakistan Zindabad. Now that it's a contentious video, the government in Karnataka has sent it to the FSL lab. But now, on the back of that, just when that debate came up in the Karnataka Assembly, it's not just about Karnataka. A very senior leader, a Congress leader by the name of Hari Prasad, he's been very close to the Gandhis. It appears that there is a dilemma in the Congress party when it comes to Pakistan. Because you have the controversy around Pakistan Zindabad, the chants that were heard. And then you have a controversial comment that was made in the assembly once again. That was yesterday in the council, actually, when BK Hari Prasad, the senior Congress leader, says that for the BJP, they may be an enemy state, but we don't consider them our enemy, we consider them our neighboring state. Now, he says that on record. He clarified much later, but the controversy is raging on in this election season. Here's what he said, and then we have a short debate.
ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಬಂಧದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪಾಕಿಸ್ತಾನ. ನಮಗದು ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ. ಮಿತ್ರ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರನ ಮಿತ್ರ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಘೋಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂದಿರಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅವರು ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನ ಮಾತಾಡೋರು ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. ನೀವು ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದ ನಾಯಕರು, ನಾನೊಬ್ಬ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಸದಸ್ಯ, ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೌಜನ್ಯ ತೋರಿಸಿ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋವರೆಗೂ. ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಾನೇ ಭಾರತ ರತ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ರು ಶ್ರೀಮಾನ್ LK ಅದ್ವಾನಿ ಅವರು. ಲಾಹೋರಲ್ಲಿ ಜಿನ್ನಾ ಅವರ ಸಮಾಧಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಡೀ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನಷ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜಾತ್ಯತೀತ ನಾಯಕ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೊಗಳು ಬಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲೋಗಿತ್ತಂತೆ ಶತ್ರು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ.
Joining us on the trending burning question, Dr. Sudha Halkai, spokesperson of the BJP, Umar Junaidi, a political analyst, and Sumansi Raman, political analyst, also on the trending burning question this evening. Sumant, let me get your view on this. I mean, it was a needless controversy. You know, what happened was many sections of the media, it's not just one reporter, two reporters, there were, you know, many, over 20, 30 journalists there. Out of 30 journalists, 18, 19 journalists heard that, right? And there's a controversy. They allegedly heard Pakistan Zindabad. They questioned this MP. They questioned the MP saying, sir, somebody was heard who was accompanying you. We don't know. It's not you, it's your supporter. He chanted Pakistan Zindabad. And then he says to the journalist, he says, get out. Who the hell are you? Get out. Get out. Are you mad? Get out of here. Get out of here. See, he says that and the controversy gets bigger, right? And then while the debate is ongoing in the assembly in Karnataka, what happens is, you know, there is this leader, you just heard his comment. He says, we don't consider Pakistan an enemy state, we consider them a neighboring state. Obviously, there's a controversy over that as well. What's going on, Suman? What do you make of it?
First of all, this is a manufactured crisis, unnecessary controversy. Everybody who heard that audio knows that they said Nazir Saab Zindabad, and that gentleman involved was Nazir Hussain, who was the Congress person involved in the incident. Now, this has been deliberately put out. It was clarified immediately that nobody said Pakistan. And look at the illogic nature of this. Why would they go there and randomly shout Pakistan Zindabad? Does it make even an iota of sense? Here is a man, Nazir Hussain, and he has won, and they are chanting Nazir Saab Zindabad. And this is something which is quite clearly done to to tarnish the opposition party. This is not the first time that we have seen this. Various places they keep coming and saying the same thing without once explaining why on earth would a group of Indian legislators and their supporters chant Pakistan Zindabad in public. I mean, it makes zero sense. And Niranjan, what did Mr. Hariprasad say?
Yeah.
Mr. Hariprasad simply said they are a neighboring state. We don't consider them as an enemy. India has diplomatic relations. There is an High Commissioner in Islamabad, Indian High Commissioner. So if they are an enemy state, normally we don't have diplomatic relations with enemy states. So factually, what Mr. Hariprasad, are they a neighbor? Do we share a border?
I think on this issue you have to be so technical.
You like them, you don't like them, that's a different issue. But this is amazing. I mean, how can
that's the debate. That's the debate.
With a Zindabad become Pakistan Zindabad? So I think
no, one sec. I don't think it's just about that. Just put this in context.
Zindabad, and they must come up with something else, because anything and everything becomes labeled as.
Okay, first of all, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you something, Suman. Let me tell you something, Suman. I'll tell you. I was in the newsroom, Suman. Let me tell you a story, Suman. You hear me out. A journalist perspective, okay? I was in the newsroom when this happened, and I was live on Republic English, and I was talking about how there were reports on the UCC. I was actually supposed to go on the debate on Republic Kannada, but I was in Republic English, and I was just about to go to the debate on Republic Kannada to do the debate on the Rajya Sabha victory. Actually, it was a hard-fought Congress victory. The Congress stumped both the BJP and the JDS, and we were going to debate that, and then, wait, hear me out. And then a video came in, and I actually asked my team, are you sure you've heard it? They've said, sir, yes. And then other channels started breaking it. I said, are you sure? Then they made me hear a video. I did not hear it in that video because that right angle was not there. Then I said, show me other angles. Then they because we had 2 or 3 reporters there, we pulled out their feeds. Eventually, when I heard it, in 2 or 3 angles, it's very clear. To my ear, it sounded like that. Okay, Suman? Like 19 out of 20 journalists who actually were there and heard.
From the BJP angle, it sounded very clear.
1 minute. So, 1 minute. I see. Don't try and put a snide one on me. Okay, don't do that, Suman. I'm not saying that. You're telling me go every channel.
Tell me one good
You can't call every you can't call Suman. Suman, every channel. Sorry, I'll tell you something, Suman. Suman, okay, you do one thing. Suman, you do one thing. Suman, you do an exercise, okay? It is not a debate. You hear me, Suman. Suman, you hear me. I'm having a rational debate with you, okay? I'm having a rational debate. You hear me out. You have to hear me out. If you think I was wrong, go and watch every news channel in Karnataka that broke that story, heard that soundbite. Everybody, including the Home Minister of Karnataka, he heard it. And he said, I have filed an FIR suo moto. It's wrong that it happened. He has said it on record. I'm not saying it. So you can't say everybody is a BJP spokesperson. Everybody on the BJP eyes, BJP lens.
Not?
It's not like that. It's not like that. Let me get the BJP perspective.
Why not you send
Let me
that
get the
tape
BJP
for
perspective
voice
now. Hold on. Now, Sudha Halkai. Now,
send that tape for voice analysis.
Okay, one second. Yeah, it is gone to analysis. It is gone for analysis. Let me give you one more breaking news. It's come back from analysis and it's been submitted to the government. It's come back from analysis. It's been submitted to the government. And my guess is, Sudha, my guess is that the FSL report may say that it was not Pakistan Zindabad. Now, if the FSL report says it is not Pakistan Zindabad, which, by the way, very interestingly, Priyank Karge, the minister here, the IT minister here, yesterday told the media, it is not Pakistan Zindabad, it is something else. But still, we have sent it to the FSL report. So he actually knew the outcome. The FSL, it's got to the FSL report. I'm hearing the report has been submitted. Now, if it comes out in that report that it was not Pakistan Zindabad, then whatever your party say, Sudha Halkai, it's not going to work. Right? That's the last word. What then? What after that?
Niranjan, forget about they denying the slogan of Pakistan Zindabad in the assembly yesterday. They have questioned the surgical strike. They have questioned the integrity of our soldiers. So this is not something big for us. This is very common, and this is what we expect from these Congress people, because they have given a heavenly atmosphere for all this anti-national. And Niranjan, what statement Mr. Hari Prasad has given, my blood boils on that statement. He says that Pakistan is not an enemy country, but it is our neighboring country. He doesn't feel it is the enemy because he has not lost any of his near and dear ones in the past years of terrorist attacks. These terrorists were groomed by these Pakistani people. And where does Pakistan stand today in the geopolitical situation, you tell me? They don't have the ability to give one quality meal to their citizens. Their situation is completely imbalanced today.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And they speak about Pakistan.
Why is there an embassy in Islamabad?
No, I'll tell you.
Embassy is there everywhere. Don't tell
Madam,
me.
why do you have an embassy there? Enemy country, you're saying.
You tell me.
Why are you having an embassy in Islamabad?
You tell me a terrorist attack. See, we believe in Vasudeva Kutumba.
No, madam, I'm asking a simple question, madam. Why you are having diplomatic relations with them? Why you are having embassy?
Don't tell me this. Don't tell me Pakistan is not an enemy. It hurts. It hurts.
There.
So many innocent citizens of my country were killed by the Pakistanis.
Correct, madam. But I'm asking you are calling it enemy means, why are you retaining diplomatic ties?
You tell me why is the percentage of minorities reduced from 12% during partition to 1%?
Answer the question, madam.
You answer my questions. I
am not answering the question.
Earlier.
Okay, 1 minute.
Madam, you are the one who are saying that you should not call it an
No, 1 minute.
And
I have to tell you. Now, 1 minute. Now, I want to ask you, Umar.
He said he is not
my question, okay. Sumant and Sudha, let me ask you a question to Umar.
So
okay, we have a third panelist. We have a third panelist. We have a third panelist. We have a third panelist on the debate. Let me go across to him. His name is Umar. Umar, recently the state and the country lost Captain Pranjal. Captain Pranjal was 28 years old from Mysuru in Karnataka. The only son of Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemical Limited's former managing director M. Venkatesh, Anuradha M. Venkatesh. I remember how even to go there, initially ministers and the CM included, initially it was not on their plan to go to receive the mortal remains of Captain Pranjal. Eventually they did when the media questioned the government. The CM was there, the Chief Minister was there, and eventually they all went there, right? Now I want to ask you, when Congress leaders, right? When Congress leaders like Hari Prasad, and it can be any Congress leader, like for example Sidhu, once a Congress leader Sidhu said, we did not strike terror camps in Balakot, we went there and hit trees. And then there is a Congress leader who said Pakistani-based terror groups did not attack India. It was homegrown terror that was responsible for Pulwama. And then there is Manishankar Iyer, another Congress leader who goes to Pakistan.
Exactly.
And I don't even want to repeat the kind of nonsense that Manishankar Iyer speaks. But in the assembly today, when a Congress leader says Pakistan is not an enemy state, it's a neighboring country to us. Would you or anybody, would the Congress party dare say that to Captain Pranjal's family, killed by Pakistani terrorists? And there are 102 martyrs from Karnataka. And tell each of the 132 martyrs' families, no sir, Pakistan is not an enemy country, it is not an enemy country, it is only our neighbor. You think they'll say that?
Okay, whatever you said is perfectly fine. Whatever BJP is saying is the agenda which they have to follow before the elections, and that's what they are doing.
Stop this nonsense right now. You are
See,
not.
I was
you don't
quiet
have
when
any
you were
sympathy.
speaking. I
No,
was
I
listening.
cannot be quiet.
Sudha, let him speak. No, Sudha, give him 30
It's
seconds.
the
Sudha, he's just started. No, Sudha, give him 30 seconds. Sudha, give him 30 seconds.
I'll speak. Why 30 seconds?
Sudha, let him speak.
What agenda they talk about?
Okay, I'll give you. You speak.
Silent on it.
Sudha, let him speak now.
So
let him
madam,
speak. I'm allowing him to speak.
Madam's
Yes.
blood was boiling. Madam said her blood was boiling when B.K. Hariprasad said this. And imagine how the blood of several and crores of Indians boiled when Narendra Modi, without invitation, went to Pakistan to have the biryani at the Nawaz Sharif's granddaughter's marriage. Imagine how many Indians' blood have been boiled at the time when L.K. Advani went to Pakistan just to say that he hasn't seen any secular leader greater to Jinnah. So just imagine how the Indians have felt at that time. If it is justified that Narendra Modi can go to Pakistan to have the biryani without an invitation, if the L.K. Advani's statement of praising Jinnah secularism is justified, why not the BJP, the Congress leader's statement, who factually says, on the fact he says Pakistan is not an enemy nation to the country.
I'll tell you, Umar is the difference. Umar, can I ask you a question? No, Umar is trying to basically, one second.
China not at
Umar, are you trying to say Umar?
Yeah, we are trying to have
No, 1 minute. Umar, is your logic?
One minute. Every time.
Umar, no. Sudha, 1 minute. 1 minute. See, Umar's logic is, okay, I can understand also, I agree, Pakistan has attacked India, Pakistan is attacking India, Pakistan will continue to attack India, right? He's got a point. Now, his logic is, before the terror attacks happened, right, after Modi became the Prime Minister, he's saying before the terror attacks, you ate biryani there. After the terror attacks, Congress continues to share biryani with Congress party, with Pakistan. That's the only difference. You had biryani before, they continue to have biryani now.
We don't have any Pakistan. We don't use the country's name.
Yeah. No, not you, Umar. I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you, Umar. No, 1 minute. Umar. I'm saying Umar. I'm saying Congress.
Congress is the instrumental person.
Okay, tell me one thing. Umar. Sudha, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Let me ask him. Sudha, wait here. Sudha, hold on. Sudha, 1 second. Sudha, I want to ask him a question. I didn't mean you, yaar. Umar, I didn't mean you. I mean Congress. Which party is Manishankar Iyer? Please tell me. Please name Manishankar Iyer's party. Did Manishankar Iyer go to Pakistan last week? Did he have biryani? Okay, I'll give you an option. Did Manishankar Iyer eat biryani? Did Manishankar eat palau? Did Manishankar eat dal khichdi? Or did Manishankar eat rajma chawal? What did Manishankar Iyer eat in Pakistan? Now you decide. Manishankar Iyer is from which party? Tell me that also. Tell me that, no, which party? And whether it biryani, palau, veg palau, dal chawal, rajma chawal.
Arey, bolne to do yaar. Let me answer. I was said that Manishankar Iyer was served the dishes which were served to Narendra Modi.
Neeraj, here we are talking about the dishes which are served. We are talking about the terrorist
Unbelievable.
on our citizens.
I'll tell you.
I was said that if you ask me a question, what he have eaten, I'll answer that.
Can I tell you something?
Says the BJP in the state.
No. Can I tell you one thing, Sumant? Okay.
They don't have the report.
No, hear me out.
That is the reason.
Hear me out. I'll tell you what will be the ultimate.
What is the
Okay, I'm saying.
Sir, just a second.
I'm saying the last point. Umar, I'll tell you ultimate test.
Winning the election.
You hear me?
MP in Karnataka and his supporters raising the slogans for Pakistan. What is the connection? No connection. Was it the elections for the PM?
There is no connection, yaar. But something was heard. Something was reported, yaar.
No.
Umar, 1 minute. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll tell you something. I'll make 2 points, Umar. I'll make 2 points and I'll end the debate. My first point is that BJP and JDS, they faced an embarrassment. They actually lost. They didn't just lose. They were hoping to get some votes. Cross-voting did not happen. Wait. And not just that, 2 of their own either cross-voted or did not come for the vote. 2 rebelled. It was actually a vote that BJP lost in Himachal and Uttar Pradesh. It was a different thing, right? Point number 1. I'm leaving that aside. That is a fact. Now, point number, and so they could have used it to distract. I'm not saying no. They could have used that issue to distract. I'm not saying no. And they've raised that issue. But let me tell you, everybody heard Pakistan Zindabad. I heard it in the video. What the test says is a different thing. Point number 2. I'll tell you the ultimate test for all of this. We are debating all of this. In the next 1 or 2 weeks.
What the test says is a different thing.
When Pakistan actually gets a new Prime Minister.
Yeah, it is different because you people are not.
1 minute, brother. Sumant, 1 minute.
No.
Sumant, 1 minute.
What?
1 minute, Sumant. I'm asking the test. Sumant, the actual test will be, brother. Sumant, I have not completed my point, yaar. No. Ultimate test will be, hear me, no. Ultimate test will be when Pakistan gets a new Prime Minister in a few days from now, a few weeks, whether India officially extends greetings to that new Prime Minister. That will be the ultimate test. So let's see what happens. I'll give you 30 seconds and I'll respond. I'll end the debate.
Forget about the citizens. The leaders in the Pakistan are only not safe and they're talking about the Pakistan friendship to India over here. Every time they have a blind love towards Pakistan.
Nobody is talking of friendship, madam. Madam, nobody is talking of friendship. There is a difference. Haripurkar did not say we are a friendly nation with Pakistan. Pakistan is our friend.
All right.
He never said that.
Okay, this debate will continue. This debate is not going to end
any day.
I'm reducing your audio. I can't. Won't help. Sudha, Umar and Sumant. Sudha, Umar and Sumant. Sudha, Umar and Sumant.
Will you apologize
can't
to the people?
hear you. Please listen to each other. I have to end the debate.
Will she
I'll have to end this debate for now. I get a sense that I get a sense. I get a sense that we will continue this debate on another day. We will continue this. We'll continue this debate another day. Sumant, thank you for joining us on the trending burning question. Thank you.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
We cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. India is exercising its right of reply in response to references to India during the high-level segment. With regard to the extensive references to India made by Pakistan, we note that it is deeply unfortunate for the Council's platform to have once again been misused to make patently false allegations against India. We are constrained to respond, but as we don't wish to similarly waste the Council's time, we will make only 3 points. 1. The entire Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh are an integral and inalienable part of India, and the constitutional measures taken by the Government of India to ensure socio-economic development, and good governance in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir are matters internal to India. Pakistan has no locus standi to pronounce on matters that are internal to India. 2. A country that has institutionalized the systemic persecution of its own minorities and has a truly abysmal human rights record, commenting on India, which is demonstrably making great strides in achieving economic progress and social justice, is not merely ironical but perverse. A glaring example was large-scale brutality perpetrated against minority Christian community in Jallianwala in Pakistan in August 2023, when 19 churches were gutted and 89 Christian houses burnt down. 3. A country that hosts and even celebrates UNSC-sanctioned terrorists, commenting on India, whose pluralistic ethos and democratic credentials are exemplars for the world, is a contrast for everyone to see. Mr. President, I'll conclude by only emphasizing that we cannot pay any further attention to a country that speaks while being soaked in red. The red of the bloodshed from the terrorism it sponsors around the world, the red of its debt-riddled national balance sheets, and the red of the shame its own people feel for their government having failed to serve their actual interests. We regret the comment made by Turkey on a matter that is an internal affair of India and hope that it would refrain from making unsolicited comments on our internal matters in future.